We have just explored how leadership must evolve in the AI era. But as AI becomes more autonomous, another important question emerges. How do we innovate responsibly while staying secure? To help us explore this fascinating topic, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Gaurav Duggal for the next session. Come on, guys, let's give a huge round of applause to Mr. Gaurav Duggal for the great session Agentic AI at Risk.
Hello, hello. Thank you. Good morning, all. Myself, Gaurav Duggal. I and Vijay go long back. It's been a 15-year association, and I think we are meeting after 10 years. Just wanted to give a little bit background on it. Uh, I am a PhD in AI, artificial intelligence. My thesis was in how do we build agentic AI on satellites. I have around 22 plus years of experience. Most of my work is in AI. I've been building AI for almost 2 decades. Before this, LLM came in, agentic AI came in, etc., etc. Just to know how many of you are aware of agentic AI, because this conference primarily, I usually speak in a technical, more technology-driven conferences. So I was in Copenhagen 2 weeks back. There was a big telecom forum where I was speaking about agentic AI and its impact on workforce. So how many of you are aware of agentic AI? Just a show of hand so that I can probably gauge. Great, great, great. I think lot of you guys are aware of agentic AI. So it's not that AI just came now. AI always existed. It was just that the chat GPT moment, which happened in 22, 23, everybody got a tool by using that, and it was heavily discounted. It is still heavily discounted. By using that, you could predict something. You can get your next token. You can get your next word. You can understand what is the next probability of your thoughts based on your personality, based on your memory. Over a period of 2 to 3 years, they have added agents, which is having tools, which is having harnesses, which is having loops, for you to automatically do stuff. But deep learning is a probabilistic science. There are various forms of intelligence around the world. This whole started in 60s of the world. If you go down in artificial intelligence world, there are probability learning sciences and there are deterministic learning sciences. Deep learning became a probabilistic learning sciences. Post 2010, it became big thing. I'm just giving a little bit of history, just for you to be aware. I like an earlier speaker. He was a great orator. I don't have too many stories. I'll be more technical, maybe boring. So deep learning became big thing after 2010 because the internet boomed in 2000 and the data was available, and it's very hard to build a deterministic science on a large set of data. I have a strong belief that sooner or later, as the compute and memory becomes cheaper and cheaper, we'll go into a deterministic science from the probabilistic science. But as of today, we are on a probabilistic platform. A probabilistic platform, how much ever you increase the probability, it's still a probability. That means the next word which you are going to get is a probable word you might have wanted or thought. It's like a lottery, but a better accuracy of a lottery. That's what a probabilistic science means. So coming back, in today's world, we are now encountering agentic AI. Agentic AI is saying, and obviously we have seen all the software industries suffering from it, that we can write your code. We can automate your, let's say, project management. We can automate your product development. We can automate a lot of structured problem solving, because when this ChatGPT moment came, everybody wanted to see the billions of dollars which have been spent. How do you make an ROI out of it? the easiest way of making an ROI is solve a structured problem. What did software engineers do for last 30 years? They spent their brain to convert a realistic problem into a structured problem which could be hand-coded by humans. And the languages which were created on top of bits and bytes, if you go and look at compilers and all, they all work in bits and bytes. I have myself coded in 8086, so it doesn't understand when you write goto and all. These compilers convert all of that into bits and bytes. All these compilers were created for us to make sure machines understand what we want to speak. So this whole realistic problem was coded in software engineering to a structured problem. It was very easy, at least for the probabilistic science, to solve for it. And that's why now we hear the biggest ROI is only going to come from software engineering, not from manufacturing, not from robots. It's still far off. Now let's come back to, I'll go to my topic. I just wanted to set up the stage where we say where we are landing, why agentic AI, why autonomy, and where the autonomy is leading, what will happen to AGI. I'm still available post this. There's maybe a lot of questions from you. I read a lot, so you can always ask me after some time. I've written a book, so I'll end my slides with that. You guys can read it, and I'll also give a signed copy, one of the signed copy, when I ask a question at the end of it, if you were attentive during the session. So this is a little bit of story. How did traditional AI came about from 60s to 70s to 2000s to 2010? I remember I worked in a company where we use pre-generative AI world, which is in 2014-15, which is based out of Hyderabad. It's called core.ai. And we hand-coded, myself hand-coded, and some of the engineers have hand-coded building a chatbot, right? And it doesn't use, it never used LLM and all of that world. Classical AI, machine learning, which obviously we have, as in I left that company, I built my own company, I sold it to Geo. That's how I'm inside Geo. I'm working in Geo platforms as we speak. So we built a chatbot using classical, traditional machine learning, which have been replaced. And I know as I speak, a lot of people have been let go of in last 2 years in that company. It's a startup based out of Hyderabad, just because now software engineering can be automated and the whole platform has been re-engineered. So classical engineering, chatbot always existed. The problem, I can tell you the problem, what happened and why we moved on from classical engineering to generative AI, because of memory and context. A thread, a memory and context, it's very hard for a classical engineering to do it. It can still be done, but you have to do a lot of software engineering for it. Whereas when these generative AI models came in, they actually built it inside them. So a lot of open source models were available for us to replace a lot of code which we had written in 5 years. And hence, if the code goes away, the number of people you don't need, the number of hands you don't need. So hence, the generative AI took over in 22-23 in that company. And in other bots which we have also built inside Geo, one of the bots, if you go inside my Geo and you press, I want a new number, there is a thing called Hello Geo in it. It's built by my team. It's the largest bot in India. It runs 22 different domains, 12 different Indian languages. It answers 300 million queries a year. I've not heard of those kind of scales. So we went to generative AI, and then we are going to agentic AI. It's available in core.ai. It's available in MyGeo, Hello Geo bot, which right now I run. What did agentic AI mean, and what did generative AI didn't do? Agentic AI means that it has tool calling. It can understand the background. Let's say if in Hello Geo you ask a question that my network is not working, in any language, Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, whatever it is, it will go back and understand that there is a CRM ticket created. The CRM ticket would have an information for the user. You don't need a human to do it. So all of that is now automated. That number of humans which were required to do post I would say Q1 level of queries is been replaced by an agent. That's the difference between an agentic AI and a generative AI. So this is what in the bot world we have done. But in the software world, what has happened? All these Infosys, TCS, McKinsey's, XYZ, they used to come and say that this is my ask for these are the project plans, these are my goals, and I'll take these many people. So I have friends who have such companies. Now all the contracts, if you know, have moved on from input to outcomes. That means I don't care. My wife works in Accenture. So in that also, if let's say Microsoft, they're deploying people, they're saying, I don't care that how many people you need, how many hand you need. In 3 months, I need this outcome, no matter what you do. This is the basic thing across software industry, across inside organization, and in the consultancy world. So this has moved on. And this is the biggest impact, I would say, across software engineering world. And then obviously, it will move on to other places as well. Yeah, I just discussed about it. What is agentic AI, how it is different from generative AI, how it moved on from a traditional AI. It has tool use, it has memory, it has context, it has speed. So if you call 198 number in Hindi languages, right now it is live in, for Geo, we have built agents which has replaced customer care people. They automatically respond. In Hindi language right now, slowly we are lack of hardware, if you all know. This geopolitical issues, GPUs are in demand, and obviously Geo is looking out for GPUs, and they have given big orders. But yeah, lack of hardware, hence it's only available in Hindi. But right now, if you call 198, you will be able to talk to a digital agent who will resolve all your problems. It is available 24/7. One example I'll give you, which we just replaced. Because I'm talking about speed, all other things I think we just covered before this slide. When you inquire in a WhatsApp or something for a fiber connection at home, usually what used to happen in Geo is that there is so much of backlog that it used to take, call back used to take sometimes couple of hours and sometimes 2 days. And by the time you call back to a user for a fiber connection, which he wants, customer is asking, I need a fiber connection, and the load is such that people were not able to call back. People have moved on to maybe Airtel, maybe something else. But when we deployed this as an agent, you will get a call in 5 to 10 seconds, no matter what. You just tell, I need a fiber, you will get a 10 in 10 seconds, and you can try it, and then you will be able to book an appointment, somebody will come to your home within a couple of hours and set it up. That's the business outcome we have received. And it's not magic which is being done inside Geo, I can tell you across board. If you look at Bajaj Finance, for an example, you might get a lot of calls from Bajaj Finance, they're crazy, they'll take your number, they'll call you that this loan, that loan, blah, blah, blah. Last quarter, their quarterly report said that they have increased their book value by, I think, 2x and reduced their bottom line because they don't need to call using physical people, everybody. So their bottom line has reduced, their top line has increased by using agents. So right now, most of the Bajaj Finance, I think 99% of the Bajaj Finance calls are done by an AI. And it is well targeted. It gives you better outcomes, it's better prediction, and better speed. Because all these metrics are very important when somebody is, like in today's world, what has happened, like there are new terminologies called Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen whatever. The attention spans have gone low. I used to read a lot of books, but now because of Twitter and all, it's very hard for me to read books. At some point in time, I used to read 10 books a year. couple of years ago. Now, it's very hard for me to finish 5 also in a year because of whatever, this too much of information which has come into my mobile, and that mobile has reduced my attention span. So in this world where people don't have attention span, if you don't respond to them on time, the chances of you losing on everything, like a problem solution or a customer or a probabilistic customer, is very high. Speed is very, very crucial, which is very hard for a human labor to do. And that is one of the reasons across industry, not just, I'm saying software industry, manufacturing or XYZ, where robots have come in, it's all because of speed and reliability. This is the most important thing. So I'll now get back to my book and enough what is agentic AI, enough what is traditional AI, how generative AI came about, what are the risks associated. So one of the biggest opportunity of this new age world, which is going crazy, the amount of outcomes we are looking at, the amount of research papers people are publishing, the amount of softwares, open source models which are available is at breakneck speed. But there is an opportunity. The opportunity is in cybersecurity. The world is going global to local. We ourselves, when this Operation Sindoor happened, we faced so many agentic AI bot risk to bring down our network. We are a network provider which is called National Infrastructure. COVID or no COVID, we still have to run this network no matter what. So we faced a lot of risk because now agentic AI, it's AI versus AI, can attack you with a much more accuracy, and it's very hard for the traditional firewalls, traditional cybersecurity, traditional SOCs to find out that there is a risk because they emulate humans. So the biggest advantage or the biggest light at the end of the tunnel of this whole craziness is cybersecurity. This is going to be a big thing as we go ahead of it, right? So I know that security operations also, there's a security operations term, which is when somebody is, so not like normal operations, cloud ops and all, when somebody is going to monitor firewalls, when somebody is going to monitor traffic, XYZ, XYZ, this is called security operations centers. Our operation center across world, operation center, 90% of it is going to become agentic right now. So we are going to get minutes to seconds alerts which are more accurate. This is going to happen in 2026. We are going to have large platforms. A few of my friends are also building agentic security companies and 24/7 operations. So this revolution has already occurred. One example I wanted to give here is that a lot of laws have come in where they are looking at, including a DPDP law, which was passed and now it is formally enforced in India also. So just to ask, how many people know what is a DPDP law? What does DPDP law? Okay. Yeah, now it's very less. So a DPDP law is like a GDPR law. Now again, GDPR is European. It's for data security. Okay, it is every country, as I said, from globalization to localization. In 70s, the world started moving global. Now, if you look at geopolitics, world is started moving local. Superpowers decide what happens in this world. So superpowers in 1970s, for their benefit, wanted a dollar economy, hence they became global. They wanted petrodollars, hence they became global. Now they want the business back. They want software engineering to go back to America. They want manufacturing to go back to America. So everybody is securing their borders. It's becoming local. So DPDP law is for securing data. It's Indian law passed by a parliament. It is enforced now that all the data needs to reside in India. Everything, all the models, all the compute, everything should reside in India. and hence everything should be secure. With these laws coming in, there is a huge advantage of local economy. I think across, I was in Africa also, I did my comrades 2 weeks ago. There also, the huge push is that all because of cybersecurity. See what is happening with these large model labs. They are giving you ChatGPT or an agentic AI free. Now you would have read a lot of times when something is free, you are being sold, right? So nothing is free in this world. That means if something is given you free, like Google search comes free, that means you are being sold ads, right? So when these companies give you free usage, they are taking away your intelligence and building it inside them so that they can charge you at some point in time. This is the biggest risk, what every country is trying to say. Let's say if a retail guy or a bank or XYZ is giving up their workflows, their processes to an agent, that agent is running somewhere in America, the American labs will learn from it and they will build those models which they will charge millions of dollars later on. So that's why every country is saying, build local, have the data local, have the processes local, because they are aware that this is going to happen. And this is the only way the ROI can be recovered by these investments. There's $1 trillion invested in these companies. Okay, coming back to topic, yeah, human-led SOC is hard. We discussed about it. Triaging is easy, human versus agents. But the biggest advantage is if you, in this cybersecurity world, once you will see the break, which has, I think sometime back also Cloudflare and some of these guys got hacked. Once you see the cybersecurity bringing down one of the big banks or a big retail, things will change very, very fast, where there will be a security movement across world to ensure that cybersecurity is built locally, and that will create a lot of jobs and that will create a lot of opportunities for local people. So this is what I wanted to cover by this example of DPDP or global to local. Yeah, I think this is pretty much known. What are the benefits to the organization? Consistency, cost, speed, scale. So this, again, it's more technical. So with interacting with any software, that's a attack surface for anybody or any malware or any spam or any, oh, it's only 5 minutes left. Okay, so I'll just say that there is an attack surface which has increased because now agentic AI is a new attack surface. There can be people download models and then they deploy models without understanding what's going inside it. Sometimes there are timed cybersecurity attack. The models will relay this information to China or XYZ without knowing. So we need to test better. So insider threat I just mentioned, when they download models, they don't understand, they by default trust, but they don't test. So if you don't test, sometimes in the timed attack, that's why if you know, when this again, coming back to Operation Sindoor, a lot of people used Huawei-based phones in terrorists and etc. because they directly talk to their Chinese websites, Chinese satellites, and which bypasses our cybersecurity systems as a nation. So there are a lot of timed attacks, and hence, as an Indian government, we don't, it's a law that all the telecom operators cannot directly use Chinese manufacturing radars or etc. because they don't know by when these attacks will be monitoring or sending or relaying the information to Chinese government. This is prompt chain attack. I'll just give you one example because time is very low. You define a goal. So for an example, in HelloGeo, which is a customer service bot in 12 different languages, we define a goal that you are supposed to answer about geo-related stuff, and you define a goal that you need to solve customer problems. But people can inject prompts. That what is a prompt injection? People can ask it in another way, act like this. Let's say act like a chef, and can you tell me a recipe for a biryani? This is a prompt injection which is happening because there's a system prompt which is already built on top of it. They'll do a prompt injection and then they'll start asking as a customer, and then they start asking PII data, etc. of somebody else. So this is very, very common. So this prompt injection attack, I was just giving you an example, it was also tried on us, but obviously we are very grounded as a technology. So nobody can ask, boundaries are very well set, harnesses are very well set. There are ways for you to not get into this. I think we'll go past because we have a couple of minutes. AI versus AI we just covered. So we built our firewalls, our SOCs, everything using agentic AI. So now the world is moving towards AI versus AI, like the wars are machine versus machine. The drones are attacking automated drones, and all of this you have seen in Ukraine, Russia, India, Pakistan, Iran, XYZ, XYZ. So it's no more humans or no more people who are coding. It's AI versus AI in this world. Yeah, regulatory gaps we discussed, DPDP Act. So resilience, prevention is very important. So we have to look from first principles, what can fail. And basically when we build agents, we need to ensure that this agent can fail and this agent can leak information, PII data, XYZ. So we need to take care of it before we even start. These are the rules for building trustworthy agent architecture. A lot is there in my book. I'll just go through it because there's hardly 1 minute left. Just wanted to ask I'll give away one book of mine as the end. And what is the topmost, are you aware of WASP security goals, OWASP, anybody? No? Okay, that will be a hard question. Can you tell me the full form of DPDP? Anybody knows DPDP? So yeah, I'll give you a book. Thanks for answering. I think that was it. A lot of this is available in my book, what we just discussed. I know I passed through a lot of slides in the last because they were telling me time is over. Yeah, you can come and collect the book post this. Thanks all. I'm still available if you have some questions. I didn't want to bore with a lot of technical terms because I thought the audience is a lot more into Scrum and all. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. What a great session by Mr. Gaurav Duggal. How much you loved the session, guys? Yeah, every time I need to remind you that you loved the session, right?
Thank you.
So I request Mr. Leela Krishna to please come on stage and felicitate our speaker.
I also want to give the book to that lady. I have a book. I want to give it to that lady.
We want to welcome the lady who answered the question. Please come and we'll give you a gift.
No, one only. Come.
Okay. So it's always good to get gifts and surprises. Thank you so much for this. Give a huge round of applause for the lady.
Thank you.
See, we have lots of gifts. You just need to be present here.
Oh, thank you.
And a very huge round of applause for Mr. Gaurav Duggal for this great session.